All right, so let's talk about forms. Module 3 is all about forms, creating, manipulating them so that they look nice and using them to enter data. And that's typically what we use forms for, something that the user may see. So maybe we create a form and other people in the office use it to enter data, so they don't have to see the behind the scenes, look at what the table looks like, maybe data that we don't really want them to see. Maybe we lock that out, and instead they're only using the forms to enter things. And so let's take a look at how that works. All right, so I'll just show you really quickly, kind of starting out at the beginning of the chapter. I'll walk you through just creating a simple form. All right, and I think I'll try and do one that they have you work on in here. So by the way, if you see something over here, and maybe this just says forms across here, I know I've mentioned this before, or maybe just tables, and you're like, where's everything else? I know I have queries in here, or I know I've created some forms. Don't forget, click the little drop down, go down to all access objects. Okay, so it shows everything. We don't really have, any databases that are going to have thousands of tables, and so we want to get rid of them so we don't have to scroll all the way down. So anyway, so make sure you show all access objects throughout these. And there may be a file here or two that will start you out, and you'll go, oh, there's stuff missing. Well, make sure it says all access objects. All right. So, and you may see that later on. I may throw one or two of those at you just to test it and see if you know how to get these out of here. All right. So anyway, let's take a look at a form. So if I want to create a form, I know that I want to use this trips table. Okay. So I'm just going to click on it. We can do it afterwards too, but I'll show you that. But I'm going to go to create. And for now, we're going to go to the form wizard. So it's right up here under create. Click on form wizard, and it pops up with this little thing. Notice it starts out with table and trips because that's what I had highlighted that before, selected that before. So I'm going to go ahead. If you didn't have that and maybe it started out here, then you can just, change it up. So I'm going to go to table and trips right there. All right. Now you can add in one file at a time. So this looks very similar to what we were doing with queries last week. Or you can just click on this one, add them all. Boom. Easy. So we're just going to add them all for now. And then I'm going to click on next. And it gives you 4 different layouts that you can use. So you can click on them, see the different ones. I'm going to pick the first one. So I think that's the one they start you out with first. So I'm going to click on that and then click next. And then it's going to say, hey, go ahead and give me a name. I'm just going to call it trips test because I'm just testing this. And then if I wanted to use this, open the form to view. That's by default. So I want to see that. That's fine. Or you could just go straight in to modify the design. I'm going to leave it at the default just so you can see it. And I'm going to click on finish. And then it's going to draw this little baby up. And look at this. Trips test. Here's my form. It's got all this stuff in here that we selected. And we will use our skills at modifying here to make a form like this look a lot better. So let's just do one for an example. Let's say that as we look up here and you see trip number, and this is right aligned. So by default for this one, it's right aligned. It'll say, I think, just under general, but it's basically right aligned. Let's say I wanted that to be left aligned. Okay, so if I come over here to view, click on view, and I go over to design. Now there's different ways of doing this. I'm just showing you one way, but if we go to design view, you'll see this nice little grid form in here. And so we've got all this stuff that we get to play with later on. But for now, I'm going to keep something really easy. And I'm going to click on this little trip number. And then if I come over here, you've got all these little tabs. You can leave it on all. I'm going to go to format for mine because I know that it is a formatting issue. So I'm going to roll down here and I can see as I come down with my cursor, I've got text align. There we go with general. So I'm going to click on that and I'm going to change that to left. I don't know why, just maybe it looks better that way. Okay, and when I'm done, I'll just go ahead and hit save just because. So I right click and then I'm going to select save with the left mouse button. And then we'll come over here and click on view and switch back to form. And then look at that, left aligned. Okay, so you'll be, as you walk through the chapter, you'll be playing with different types of forms, and then you'll be making adjustments, changing things, adding things. You'll modify, for example, like sizes of box. So, I mean, for state abbreviation, we don't need this huge box for this, right? So there are all sorts of things that you'll play with along the way. So forms are pretty fun. Have fun with them, and as I look at the activities over here, there's one piece that we've got a logo image here. So for this, you may need this. It's good. I mean, since you see that I put it in here for you to download, chances are you're probably going to use it. So if you're looking for a logo or they're talking about a logo image, it's right here. All right. And then you've got the other assignments. So chapter tutorial, and then we're going to do independent challenge 1, visual workshop, And then, of course, you've got the quiz to go along with it. All right, so the download files accordingly. So have fun with this one, and let me know if you have any questions about forms. Thanks.